Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get a little bit more drawing done tonight before bed. So I drew these little, just like this sort of how the mermaid bottom goes into her torso. So I made a little fin back here and then a little drop here with I want this to be clear. I want these to be sort of like translucent, sort of like the tail will be as well. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lines and I'm going to sort of cut them so I can match them to. Why is this all? I don't know what happened to. I don't know why this isn't the right color. That's very strange. I must have somehow hit undo. My iPad does that when I try to maneuver around, it just undoes. Really annoying. Okay, so I'm going to take the lines and I think I just need to take the lines off of him. So I'm going to do select, and this is a little tricky, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go around him. I'm just going to try to separate all the lines. And I guess this would have been a bit easier if I just I think I might have did that right. If I cut and paste. Oh no, wait a minute. No, not that. I didn't mean to cut and paste him. I meant to cut and paste the lines. Cut and paste. Perfect. Good. Okay, so now I have his lines are with him and her lines are with her. Perfect. Alright, so oops. So now I'm going to select this, make a layer above, and I think the original one was like orange. It's a nice orange color and it faded into a yellow. I do like that original color, so okay. Come on, let me turn. Okay, that looks nice. And now we want to fade into a yellow. I'll just use a soft airbrush. And I'll add some more orange just to kind of bring it back down. Just so it has like a nice blend. That looks nice. And I also want to add this in. So I drew this little clamshell to cover up her little chest. And I'll just do that on a layer above her skin. But let me turn the opacity down. I can probably do the translucent bit on that same layer. That looks pretty good. Now I'll just select the octopus and then I'll just cut. Okay. And for now I'm going to take the color of that, I'll make it a little bit richer. And then I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to lower the opacity of this. I'm going to lower the opacity to 40%. Let's see what that looks like. We'll do 50% and we'll make this a little darker. Okay, there's one. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that. And also this fin I'm going to put behind. I'm going to put behind her body. So I want to match this color. If my color picker will ever work. It's like a weird tongue twister. Okay. And I just did it behind so I have some wiggle room if I want to get rid of this altogether. That looks good. Just gonna make sure I give her a belly button. Okay. I'll buy that. Okay, let me just straighten this all out a little bit because it looks a little off. Change back to a butter blade. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. I think that looks nice. So I'm going to go back to Disney Ink and just add in. There's just a few little spots, like her arm here, that I want to make sure I add. Just to make sure her anatomy is good. So now I'm going to go to the top of the hair. Actually, it wasn't black. Use a nice big brush and just add some pops of hair so that we know the hair is kind of doing its own thing. I like that. It would be kind of cool to give her like a little curl or something. I mean, it's kind of cute, right? Actually, I think I kind of like the curl. I think I'll leave it for now. You can always get rid of it later. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to give her pupils. Let's see. I'll make a layer above the eyes. That way I can change it back if I want. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like them. I don't know. It's kind of nice without. I kind of like it without. Okay, so let's do some lips. We'll do it on a new layer so we can experiment. So the top lip should be darker than the top, or darker than the skin, and darker than the bottom lip. Bottom lip can be a little bit lighter, and then maybe I'll make it a little bit pinker. So we'll go red. Let's try this. Try not so bright. also, please tell me these lines are on a different layer. Good, they are. Okay. So for these lines, let's see. Close to skin color. Maybe a little bit darker. Let's see how this looks. Darker. Darker. I'll make the under part of the top lip the darkest. Oops. Okay. Let's change the color of this bottom lip. That's good. I like that. Let's see if I can get rid of this line, actually. A little bit darker, but maybe they don't have to be so dark. I like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and make that really dark, the space in the middle. So I'll just draw that on this layer. Because it's okay that it's open a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to put like teeth or anything. That little space is good enough. Eyebrows. We'll make a new layer for eyebrows for now. I may have to get rid of these. I don't really think I need them. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these for now. And I'll just use the eyebrows to sort of figure out. And I don't really need a guide, so I think figure out what her expression is exactly. Excuse me. That's actually not bad. Well, they look bad, but it's a good positioning. Now I just have to give them a little better shape than what it looked like. feel like this might be too high. So let me bring that down a smidge. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Okay. Okay, so now what I usually do for eyebrows is I take my airbrush and I lightly erase away the front and the back and the very edge. And then I take my sketch master in the eraser and I just sort of draw in a couple strands like that. And sometimes I'll just, whoops, it's a little too, just draw in a couple, just to kind of make it look natural. You can still shape them. It's not bad. I feel like I want her eyebrows to be thicker though. Let me experiment with thicker eyebrows. I have to go to bed soon. Oopsie daisies. Why isn't it letting me? There we go. Okay, so if this line was coming up here, that would start here. And this line would come up. It's important to follow the lines of the face. Okay, so let me do the same thing, and we'll just see how it looks. Ooh, heavens. That looks terrible. I'll try one more. I'm still not happy with them. going to try the eraser just alone. And I'll add a few strands. Whoops. It's on Sketchmaster. I'll buy that one. I like that one. Okay, good. So I think I can add some, I'll make a layer above the eyes and just add that little shadow that I always do above the eye. 30% opacity with black. To make this a little thicker. Like I use the snap so they're nice and perfect. It's good, I'll buy that. I think they were saying that at work. I think that's where I got that from. I always pick up these things from work. Alright, good. Okay, I think it's looking really nice. So we'll just add some little shadows, I think. And I'll go ahead and merge this down. I wonder if I want to change the background color to something more. I think that looks really nice. I like that blue. Okay, so let's see if I can, I'll press select. I'll make a new layer above. And we'll start off with a bluish color. We'll try to work some shadows. Let's try multiply. On 20%. Apply multiply on 10%. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll do 15. Okay, that's a good color for a shadow. Yeah, that's a good color for a shadow. I'm just going to name this shadow. So it's on multiply, it's on 15%. And now, we're just going to go ahead and add some shadows. Come on, turn for me, thank you. And I'll just use my eraser to kind of refine them. When I need to. Okay. And some of these we might lighten up later on. Okay, so it'd be nice and dark where her neck is. You have this shadows from her hair. And this part of her arm is in shadow. And then we're going to do the shadow down here. Do some nice shadows down there. That looks good. Maybe make a shadow from there, and then the shadow of her arm on her stomach. Maybe all of this would be in shadow. Okay, and now we'll add some shadows for this little guy. So I'll just I'll add it to the same shadow layer. Shadows back there. Make some shadows in his little eye area. And this area is great because it really gives it that depth. Some shadows here and here. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty cool. So now we can experiment with some colors. So I'm going to change the color of the shadows. See if anything looks better. Even turn the brightness up. It's really subtle, but it makes a difference. I think I like that. I think that looks nice. This is looking really, really nice. I'm very happy with it so far. So let's make some little suckers for him. We'll make them a little lighter. Maybe a little darker, actually. Yeah, we'll make them a little darker here. And I'm not going to pay too much attention to them, just so you know they're there. I think they need to be over her skin too. So I'll just put a new layer. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just add it to this little shell layer. So the ones that are... that way they can also be above her skin. Make them a little darker where the shadows are. Okay. Okay, that looks great. Very happy with that. Okay, so now I'm going to do some coloring to her skin. So I'm going to take a light red, a soft airbrush. I'm going to lower the opacity a bit of the brush. And I'm just going to brush in a little bit of some rosy cheeks here. And a nice little rosy nose. Oh, I did it on the wrong layer. I take it back. I take it all back. It's supposed to be on a different layer. And actually it looked kind of weird. Not sure why. So we want to have some rosy cheeks. Not too much, but it really makes a big difference. Nice rosy nose. We'll even add a little yellow. We'll add a little yellow to the forehead. Just a light touch. And we'll go back to the red, and we'll add some to her elbow and her fingers. Oops. We'll add a little bit down here too. Oh, her ears as well. Ears definitely get the red treatment. Oops. Don't want them to be too dark. That looks good. You know what? We'll give our little octopus friend some red too. So I'll select him. And yeah, let's give him some red as well. Really light. Just warm him up a little bit. We'll give his tentacles a little bit of the same sort of treatment that human like fingers and stuff get and ears. We'll give his little suckers some of that. Some life. And also, where is this layer? I need to add some shadows for his eyes as well. Whoops. Don't want them to be too thick. Okay. That looks great. Okay, so for fun, I'm going to add some strands of hair coming off. I'm going to use Sketchmaster for that. %% battery. That's okay, I'm almost done. What else did I want to do? I wanted to add some... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch this around and do some of the opposite. I'm going to use Sketchmaster. And I'm just going to add some touches of, what are they called? Scales here. That looks great. And then I'm going to switch it up, and on the bottom, I'm going to make the scales orange. And then I'm going to fade out her tail. I was either going to fade it out or make it sort of glowish. I think I'll fade it out and see how that looks. Then I'll use my Sketchmaster as an eraser again, and just sort of just add some texture and some lines in there. And you know what? Let's give her a nice flower up here. I'm going to have to just wing it because I'm running out of time. We'll try, like I wanted to do something like a little bit fancy, but I don't think I have the time. Well, maybe if I go back to this color, will that look cool? That's too much, right? Yeah, that's too much. That happens often. So what if I alpha lock this? The real way to do it is to find a nice flower that you want to sort of emulate. That would be the correct way to take care of the flower issue. And I think this will do for now. Oh, I actually have a better idea. Why don't I take like a different color? And just like, that's kind of cool. You know what, I'll auto lock this and I'll sort of make a nice shadow. So I'll make this darker, use my airbrush. Sort of just make a nice shadow underneath. And what about something like this? Why did that not do any? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I kind of like that. I think I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing else I can think of is maybe like some highlights. If I lower the opacity, I gotta make sure this isn't gonna die on me. 8%. 8%. Make sure it's still. Might make this a little bit lower. That looks nice. Maybe I'll give her a little bit of a little lip glare there. It's always fun. Oh, shadows from him on her skin. Good catch. She needs... Where's the shadow? What color did I do the shadows with? I have no idea. Okay, shadow was 15. Normal, so this is the color of the shadow. Okay. Color pick that. Back to 15. Back to multiply. Okay, good. Gotta have the shadows from the tentacles on her fingers. Okay, that looks great. And one other thing that I forgot is to give her like, I can give her little fingernails. Little cute little fingernails. And I almost forgot her other fingers. So, I think I could do that on this layer. That'd be good. Butter blade. So I'll just... Wait, why is this not... I have to do it above the shadow layer. Okay. I'll clear those ugly eyebrows and I'll do it on that layer. So we need to add the fingers. Why does the color look so strange? Okay, so if these fingers are like close together, then these can be close together as well. I think that might be better. And then I'll just use Disney ink again, just short of... 5%. Why does it look so terrible? Let's see. I am behind the 8-ball here. Okay, so let's try this again with Disney ink. I think we might just call it, because I don't think I'm going to have time. But I think it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. I'll fix the rest later. 100% better than the last one. Take a screenshot. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Keep drawing. See you in the next video. Plug this in so I can take it to work tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at DrugFreeDave. And don't forget to join my private Facebook group, Procreate Tutorials and Guidance. Check me out on Facebook. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And as always, keep drawing, and I'll see you in the next video.